So I came up with an animation idea and decided to give you this. We are going to be creating it later on in this video, but I know how hard and difficult it is to create animations on Alight motion. To be honest with you, I struggle with this a lot. The worst part is that no one will show you exactly how you can come up with ideas for creating either motion graphics or UI animations. But have you ever asked yourself this question? Where do they get the animation ideas from? If you don't know, then that's why you can't come up with one. You actually want me to tell you the secret, right? Well, that would be in another video. But for now, let's just focus on what we came here for. Alright, let's get into it. Now let's add a background. We are going to change the color to black. Let's add the 4 gradient color effect. Go to the color and light section. Scroll down a little until you see 4 color gradients. Let's add it. We are going to turn the 4 colors to black. I am going to go back to the first color and change it to this dark blue. I will go over to the third color, grab the color picker and pick this color I made. So we will just leave it this way. The next thing we are going to do is add a rounded rectangle shape, not a circle shape. Let me just reduce the size a little. Let's change the radius to 100 and the color of my brand. Now let's add the white stroke. We are going to turn this circle into a search bar. Let's add a null object and connect the circle shape to it. Now drag the null up a little. Add 2 keyframes like this and make sure you add a mark at the second keyframe. Drag it down at the first keyframe and make this type of graph. At this point, we are going to add another null object and move its position to the first null we added. Now connect null 1 to null 2. At null 2, add a position keyframe here, move further. And add another one at this point. Then drag the null down to the center. We are going to create this type of bouncy graph. Let's bring the null 2 layer to this point. Let's go to the circle shape and add the keyframe at this point when it is still at the top. Then add another keyframe when it has stopped. Let's increase the width like this. Let's go back to copy the bouncy graph we created for now too and paste it onto the circle shape. Here's how it looks. Looks good, right? Next, we are going to add a search icon. I am going to add the solid color effect because I want it to be white. Let me reduce the size. And connect the search icon to the node tool. Take the search icon layer to this point. Now, let's go over to the blending and opacity section and add 2 keyframes. Reduce the opacity to 0 at the first keyframe. I am going to make this type of graph. Next, let's add text and type Alight motion download. Let me choose the font I am going to use and change the color to white. We are going to add the text transform effect. Let's add the keyframe here and also another one here. Increase it to 100%. Change the component to word. At the offset, increase the Y position. Reduce the alpha to -1. Increase the ease in and decrease the ease out. I don't like the distance of this text position, so I will reduce the Y position a little. Let's move the text layer to the left a little so that it starts immediately as the circle turns into a search bar. Here's what we are going to do next. Add an arrow icon. We are going to still add the solid color effect and change the color. Reduce the size and position it at the center of the search icon. Add 2 keyframes. Drag it down to the first keyframe and create this type of graph. At the point where it stops, let's go to the size option and add 3 keyframes. Go to the middle keyframe and decrease the size a little. Then it performs a click animation. Now let's add 2 more keyframes for the position. Drag it down to the second keyframe and paste the graph we copied. Then turn it upside down. This is how the animation looks so far. At the point where the click animation starts, you will select these layers and split them. Select them again and move them 1 second to the right. Now, here's what we are going to do. Click on the rounded rectangle shape, which is the search bar. At this point, let's add a keyframe. Then go to 6.20 seconds and add another keyframe again. Increase the height like this. Let's paste the graph we copied last time. Nice, looking good, right? Go to the blending and opacity section. Add 2 keyframes and reduce it at the second keyframe. We want the text and the search icon to disappear so that they don't interfere with what we are going to do next. Now, let's bring out our Alight motion icon. I am going to reduce the size a little bit. Now let's add text and type Alight motion. I am going to change the color to white and the font to this one. Let's duplicate the text and type the version of this app, which is version 5.0. Let's duplicate the text again and type the size, which is 150 megabytes. Make sure you reduce it like this. Now, let's add a rounded rectangle shape and stretch it like this. This will be the download button. Bring it down. Let's change the color to this one. You can change it to any color you like. Let's duplicate the light motion text and move it to the top. Center it on the button, then change the text to download. It's time for some animation. We will start with the download text. Add 2 position keyframes. Drag it down on the first keyframe and paste the graph we copied last time. It looks smooth. Let's also animate the button. Now, add a keyframe like this. Reduce the height at the first keyframe and paste the graph. Let's move on to this text that displays the size of the Alight Motion app. Add two position keyframes like this. Move the text to the right at the first keyframe and paste the graph we used recently. Now, let's add the Gaussian blur effect. Add two keyframes and reduce the effect at the second keyframe, not at the first keyframe, but at the second. You get it right? Then paste the graph. Let's go to the blending and opacity section and add similar keyframes like we did for the position and Gaussian blur effect. Reduce the opacity as the first keyframe, then paste the graph. And it creates the smooth sliding effect. Now let's do the same thing for the remaining text.
A few moments later.
Alright, let's go to the Alight Motion icon layer and add two size keyframes. And reduce it at the first keyframe. As always, paste the graph we copied. Let's take a look at it. I don't want it to expand from the middle. I want it to expand from the downside on the left. Let's move the pivot point to this area like this. When the icon expands, it should start from the area we move the pivot point to. Now let's duplicate the rounded rectangle shape, which is known as the button. Move it to the top and select both the rounded rectangle shape and the download text layer. Make them a group mask. This will keep the text inside of the button. Cool, right? I will adjust all the layers we are dealing with so that they don't start at the same time. At this point, we are going to add another arrow icon again and add the solid color effect. Change the color to whatever you like. Make it small and place it in this area of the download button. Now, just follow my steps to create this click animation like we did last time. So at this point, let's select the current layers we are working on and split them apart. Now let's ungroup the dialog button properties and delete the rounded rectangle shape. Also, delete the text. It's not needed. Go to this rounded rectangle shape and add a keyframe at the starting point and another one here. Reduce the height of the shape like this at the second keyframe. Then paste the graph we copied earlier. Now, we are trying to turn it into a progress bar. Sounds a bit difficult, right? Well, keep watching. At this point, where the animation has already stopped, let's add the rectangle shape. Place it in the middle of the progress bar and stretch it this way. Let's change the color to light blue. Let's add the keyframe here and another one here. Go back to the first keyframe and drag it to the left like this. Let's make this type of graph that is already available for use. Okay, this is perfect. Remember to add marks so that you don't encounter any challenges. Now let's duplicate the progress bar and move it to the top above the rectangle shape. Select it and the rectangle shape and make them a group mask. I'll be missing something. Oh, let's make the progress counter. Now, let's add a rounded rectangle shape. Adjust the size. Let's add a triangle shape. Then rotate the shape like this. Move it to the lower part of the rounded shape. I will expand the triangle a little. We are going to make them a group and add the solid color effects. Then change the color to this dark blue. Add text and type 100%. Make sure you work on the size of the text. Add the effect called count up or down text animation. Let's add a keyframe at this point and this point. Then make the text 100% at the second keyframe. So let's group them together. Decrease the size and take it to the point where the progress is about to start. Make sure it is in the same position as the progress. Let's add two position keyframes and move the progress text counter. We will use this graph. We don't want the progress text counter to just appear out of nowhere. Let's go to the blending and opacity of this group and add 2 keyframes. Look at how our animation is going so far. Now let's fade out the progress text counter when the animation ends. So at this point, let's split these layers we are currently working on. Let's delete the progress bar properties we grouped earlier. Now, let's go to this rounded rectangle shape and add 2 keyframes like this. Then increase the height of this shape and paste the graph we copied. So let's duplicate this Alight motion text and move it to the center of this rounded rectangle shape. Follow my steps in animating this text. Now, let's duplicate the layer of the rounded rectangle shape, take it to the top, and mask the text with it. Then, you have your animation ready to go. That was really good, wasn't it? I know how you feel. Exhausted, right? So if you know this video helped you out and you still really don't know how to create smooth animations on Alight Motion, like this video and hit that subscribe button. Let's keep it rolling. Just one more thing, my sound effects pack is still available for free. This is your opportunity to grab it before it's gone. You can get it on my Telegram channel. Just check out the link in the description. Thanks for watching.